The nanny took advantage of every time her employer was away to secretly bring her son into the house to steal food. She even went so far as to devise a plan to have her son marry the lady of the house so he could seize her fortune. She had already been working there for 3 years. That day, as usual, she brought her son to help himself in secret, but the mistress suddenly returned home, accompanied by a nutritionist. The nanny was very displeased. Having another person in the house risked exposing her embezzlement. At that moment, the mistress noticed the messy table. The nanny immediately made excuses. "I was afraid these dishes might be bad for your health, so I ate them for you to help you." The mistress, considering the nanny's years of service, did not suspect her. She simply asked her to tidy up before leaving again. As soon as the door closed, the nanny revealed her true face and began ordering the young woman around, telling her to clean the table. The young woman protested. She was a nutritionist and cook, not a maid. But the nanny threatened her. If she dared to disobey, she would be thrown out immediately. The next day, the young woman tried to prepare a bowl of bird's nest soup for the mistress. The nanny immediately chased her out of the kitchen, claiming she would prepare it herself. In reality, she ate alone. She was soon caught by the mistress. Do you know how much that bowl is worth? It equals several months of your salary. One might think that after this, the nanny would behave herself. But once full, she even took her employer's luxury products and smeared them on her smelly feet. When the mistress arrived, the nanny did not admit any fault. Instead, she criticized her employer for buying such expensive cosmetics, saying that so much luxury would make it impossible for her to find a husband. This time, the mistress lost patience. "If you don't want to work here, leave immediately." The nanny panicked. She cried, promising to change and never anger her employer again. Soft-hearted, the mistress relented and could not bring herself to fire her. But this incident made the nanny feel a sense of urgency. She then came up with the idea of turning the mistress into her daughter-in-law. That very evening, she offered to teach her cooking, even saying that if she mastered the dishes, she would introduce her to her son as a future husband. The mistress found this absurd and warned that if she continued to be disrespectful, she would be fired immediately. Seeing this plan fail, the nanny devised a new scheme. She thought that if the mistress became pregnant, all her wealth would eventually belong to her son. The next morning, as soon as the mistress left the house, she called her son. When he arrived, mother and son first drove away the young nutritionist, who was in their way. When the mistress returned, the nanny immediately handed her a glass of water. But the mistress quickly sensed something was wrong and lost consciousness. By then, it was already too late. The nanny excitedly called her son